They said she was too weird, too loud, too different. But the world didn't need another pop star. It needed a revolution. This is the story of a girl named Stephanie Germanotta and how she became the global phenomenon we now call Lady Gaga. Before the platinum wigs, the sold-out stadiums, and the record-breaking performances, there was a little girl sitting at a piano in a small apartment in New York City. Her name wasn't Lady Gaga. It was Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta, a Catholic school kid with big dreams, deep emotions, and fingers that found magic on black and white keys before most kids could even spell their names. At just 3 years old, she learned to play piano. By 5, she was writing her own songs by ear. And by 11, she was studying at the legendary Lee Strasberg Theater Institute, the same place that trained icons like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. She didn't want fame, she wanted greatness. At 17, Stephanie was accepted into NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, one of the most elite creative programs in the world. But college wasn't her stage. After just 3 semesters, she dropped out, not because she failed, but because she believed the world was waiting for her music. Her father gave her a deadline, a few months of rent. After that, she was on her own. So she moved to the Lower East Side, performed in dark clubs, open mics, and jazz bars, sometimes wearing sweatshirts with one shoulder falling off, singing her heart out to crowds that didn't always listen. She formed a band, she chased record deals, she got rejected, over and over and over again. At one point, a major label signed her, then dropped her just months later. That night, Gaga went back to her apartment and cried, not because she lost the deal, but because she almost lost belief in herself. Almost. Everything changed in a small studio in New York. Producer Rob Fusari used to play Queen's Radio Gaga every time Stephanie walked in. One day, the name stuck. Lady Gaga was born. She dyed her hair platinum blonde so no one would ever confuse her with anyone else. She built a creative army called the House of Gaga, designers, artists, and visionaries who turned her music into a full-blown universe. She wasn't just making songs, she was creating a movement. In 2008, the album The Fame dropped. Just Dance, Poker Face, Paparazzi. The world didn't just listen, it surrendered. The album went #1 across multiple countries. She won a Grammy, and suddenly the girl who once sang in tiny clubs was headlining world tours. Then came Bad Romance. The music video became the most watched video on YouTube at the time. She walked into the MTV Awards wearing a dress made of meat and walked out as a pop culture legend. But behind the fame, there was something deeper. She wasn't dressing crazy for attention. She was challenging the world to accept the outsiders, the misfits, the people who never felt like they belonged. She called them little monsters, and they found a home in her music. After years of pushing boundaries, Gaga did something no one expected. She stripped it all back. No wild wigs, no outrageous costumes. Just her voice, and her truth. Then came A Star Is Born. Standing next to Bradley Cooper, Gaga didn't just act, she became the role. The world saw her not just as a pop icon, but as a serious actress. She won an Oscar. She sang Shallow to millions and proved that Lady Gaga wasn't a character. She was an artist. But this story isn't just about success. Gaga revealed she survived a traumatic assault at 19. She lived with PTSD, with chronic pain, with emotional scars the spotlight couldn't hide. Instead of staying silent, she turned her pain into purpose. She became one of the strongest voices for mental health, for LGBTQ+ rights, and for people who felt invisible. She didn't just sing for the world, she stood for it. From a little girl playing piano in New York to a global icon who changed music, fashion, film, and culture, Lady Gaga didn't just chase fame, she built a legacy. So the question isn't, Is Lady Gaga one of the biggest stars in the world? The real question is, how many lives did she change just by being brave enough to be herself? If Gaga's story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful stories of icons who changed the world. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Lady Gaga moment of all time? Until next time, stay bold, stay creative, and never be afraid to be different.